that Ja Rule might not have right now. Worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't listen, pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. So we got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule got to the time like this? Nigga, this is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death.
Oh, man.
What is he talking about in that?
Exactly what he was talking about. It was around September 11th. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, it was some tragic shit. Something where you're like, oh my God. And they're like, we'll see what Ja Rule thinks. Like, that's the whole point of it. And everyone's hungry waiting for a sandwich outside of Ja Rule's window.
Come on, me. Let me take me around. Come on.
The internet is a scary place.
What is that? Is that one of his videos?
Yeah, it's the intro to a video. And as soon as I saw him on Fyre Fraud, I was like, I think I got one. I was like, if that video is what I remember it being, I think I got one.
Yeah, that's
like
weird.
they should have clipped that in the beginning. But anywho, let's get.
Like somebody didn't mean that already. Like I don't.
We'll get into no. The internet is what you make it until you make it that. We'll get right into the shits. This podcast is now in session. One more time for Ja Rule. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 83 of the I Say That to Say This podcast with myself, King Bo Christ, the hostess with the mostest, the real Mrs. McCrimmon. And yeah, I didn't plug in the drop. I know it was coming.
Didn't. It's fine. I
didn't do it. I was like, oh, I got some heat. But yeah, I don't want to call it part 2, but I'll say the official Fyre Festival conversation, because we just watched the Netflix one, and and I'm like, well, shit. Now
like, get a Hulu account to watch it.
Yeah, word. We didn't even do the free trial either. We didn't even try anything. It was just like, no, fuck it. Let's just.
Yeah. Well,
I guess Ja Rule's worth $7.
Apparently, we did this before, so I wasn't eligible for the free trial anyway.
Okay, that's why I didn't even think about it. I was pretty sure. I'm like, no way. Like, I was like, this is about a third.
We've done that like with we're like, oh, free trial.
I love not having.
Sign me up.
That's why I love not having cable, because it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, you don't really miss it.
No. Every once in a while, you have to pay $10
might as well just pay the fucking $9.
Right. That's still cheaper than cable by a long shot. You can have Netflix, Hulu,
HBO, Red Zone.
Cheaper
for
than fucking cable. Cheaper than
for what the
fucking
commercials tell you go and get. So anyway,
right.
Watching the Netflix documentary, and I hear people comparing them, like, well, which one do you watch? And I was thinking, like,
I think
both.
You have to see both. Yeah,
like, if you know something else is out there, why you're just gonna make a choice because you don't fuck with Hulu? Like, no, pay the fucking $7.
Right.
Respect the game. You got to respect the game if you're
gonna have an opinion
on
it.
Right, exactly. If you're gonna have an opinion on it and you want the good shit.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll get right into it, part 2. And you know, the way they paint Billy Trump out, for those who haven't seen it, his name is really Billy McFarland. But for the sake of the I Say That to Say This podcast.
You are now entering the gray area.
And
Use right.
I am going to use podcast facts. We're going to call him Billy Trump for this episode. So the way they paint Billy Trump out is like, the way Netflix kind of like left it. They let it linger a little bit.
Yeah, it was
weird that
all blends together, but they
definitely
some people
are watching like, he's a fucking criminal, and some people are watching like, Billy is the man. But we're gonna get to it. We got a long episode.
Very different pictures, like kind of.
It was crazy that Billy was on the Hulu one, and the whole setup is not setup, but the whole like dynamic of it is crazy because we heard Netflix was gonna drop Fyre. I'm fucking up the actual title.
Fyre Festival. It was just Fyre Festival, right?
I believe so. Fyre Festival, something like that. No, terrible.
I'll look.
Thank you. So we heard Netflix was gonna drop that Friday, and I'm like, oh, I'll check that out. I got an hour for you, an hour and a half. That Tuesday, Hulu dropped. Boom. the time we didn't have Hulu, so I was like, I will watch the Netflix shit Friday and then and then work from there. Netflix shit was so good it led us to here we are now. So I made my brain may be a little. I may mix some things up, but I guess we'll get into it. So
was it Fyre, the greatest party that never happened?
I guess it was just called Fyre.
Okay. I think Fyre.
It's on the screen, whatever it is. So the way they painted Billy Trump out in the second one was more like in the Hulu
like
version,
starting from the beginning.
But it was more like, hey, this is about Billy, and it was more like this was more about Billy. You know, like the Netflix version to me was the more about the festival, like the actual party. I mean, you know, the before they showed the pregame. Like I think, like damn, if I didn't see the behind the scene, all that behind the scenes footage, and Netflix, this is a different documentary to me.
Sure.
Because, and I want to call him Billy Trump, for obvious reasons, but the difference between a con artist and an entrepreneur is actually making it happen, and that's what makes him an idiot to me. Is like you went into it with bad intentions, like at some point.
But you had
the
possibility.
They had it
of an amazing fucking venture,
right? And what makes him a fucking idiot is that they had it's really he wasn't looking at it like that. He was looking at it like a sham. You know, he was looking at it like. I got to get the exact quote, but we're selling a jolly time to the average American loser, like a pipe dream.
Pipe dream
to the average American
average loser. He said average loser.
Right, whatever the fuck it said. Right, so perfect. Got this guy on the screen.
Oh.
We'll get to you, pal. Yeah, he wasn't even in the Hulu version. Like that was a pivotal. This guy was willing to suck dick for this party. That was a pivotal moment of the fucking.
I feel like you have to have that. You have to see that.
Yeah, like Billy. You know what Billy asked him to do to
Billy didn't mention that.
To get some water in, like you know. But anyway, the difference between the two is actually making it happen because they had the fucking setup. I'm telling you, they were, like hot dogs and those little water pouches. Couple of those, they would have been good to go. Because if Billy was smart,
do what you
and I know this is in hindsight,
make it fun, and people still are there having a fun time.
In hindsight, it's all 20. Now you got it. Oh, now you got the answers. And I'm not saying that, but the guy obviously knows how to throw a fucking party. He's standing on a table telling people to whatever. Like, I would have been standing on the table like, yo, who got a banjo in here? All these motherfuckers, somebody got a harmonica on them or something. Like, yo, plug into the mic.
Somebody beat on some
we got $2 million worth of liquor here. This is going to be fucked up and everybody's going to be sick as hell Monday, Tuesday morning, but right now, I guess we just everybody hopefully we get everybody partied out and everyone's just asleep. Like when I woke up at 4 a.m. in a fucking panic, not 4, I will say 5, because the sun's just coming up. I see a sea of people still drunk and falling asleep. I'd be like, all right, I got at least 4 hours. Right. Like, you know, like, all right, we got them. It's something, I don't know. Instead of just like, all right, figure it out, guys. Deuces, I'm going to go ride my ATV into
now
a
that
wall.
you're here. We failed.
But I know we're moving a little fast again, but this is second version, so I guess everybody's on board. So I want to slow down here. Millennial Me isn't
too far off.
I'm not.
I mean, I mean, like the way you think.
I mean, yeah, like the big.
I'm reading it.
But
so.
It's like I'm a big dreamer. Like I get that. Like I get.
Like why would you dream small? Like I don't understand that.
Now. Like I'm
gonna make a dream for tomorrow. No, I want to make a dream
so
for
when he's like, I want to get an island. There's like in the Hulu version, they're like, we knew this was fucked up. And what made it, and that's why I'm like, wait, like me, I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. But I know what you were getting at. Because I think that's not. I'm like, all right, I fuck with what you're doing.
I can see a vision of his idea. A vision, because he didn't have that vision.
Jam packing it into 6 months is where I'm like when the whoever it was, because I'm drawing a blank right now. Now I'm really like I'm thinking about it. I'm jumbling like both parties in my head. But one of the event planners was like, this is something you need 18 months for. and we had 6. Like right then is when you're like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be the best of the best of the best of the best in a place that it's never been. You want a pirate ship,
and they told you like, yo, it's one of their biggest.
It's bigger than Christmas.
Right, they're one of their biggest events that happen on the island is the same weekend. Like I look at all that and I'm like, damn, no. And then that's when my brain switches again and says, oh yeah, he went into this like, fuck it, who cares? Like, we just want the money. Like he just wanted the money for some other shit, you know? Like so, and then that's when I'm like, oh, okay, that's what makes it more like, damn, you actually, if you were using your brain and trying to be productive about it. You'd still be doing it. It's 2019. We'd be going on our 3rd Fyre Fest.
I think that's why people right now are having trouble with the fact that he is lying, because obviously that's our opinion, is that he's a big fat liar. But like,
no, go ahead. I'm wrong.
I feel like if
what is he?
He's a crazy bitch.
I know. I was a little slow, but I had to get it.
What are you looking for? I don't know. Anyways, I lost it.
I knew you were going to forget. I knew it. I knew it wasn't worth it. Anyway.
It'll come back.
Right. I said that to say this podcast.
It's going out there. It's just taking a little trip, and it's going to
That's what happens when you open the window. I don't know what you want me to tell you. She just goes out. That one's open back there. Comes back, and it cycles around. We believe in the universe. He went into it like... He went into it with just bad intentions, and that's why I want to pause for a minute. We'll get back to whatever's coming. I want to go to.
Coming back.
Go ahead, get your shit off.
I feel like that's why it's hard for us to to know that he's lying, because like we're like, but there's this amazing idea. Like, why would he lie about that to get a little bit of money to rip some people off? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what changed it for me. That's what changed it. And now I believe he is a liar.
It's still hard. It's still hard.
Call him a liar.
That's
why I call him like
you fucking moron. You could have had billions of dollars potentially for years to come, and you could have sold it to somebody. Like, who knows? You know, like, why wouldn't you do that if you have that much? If you touch that much like money and you're around that kind of, why wouldn't you use that to your advantage?
That's what made me not a fan of Billy Trump anymore.
He's like a heroin addict, like, or something like.
That's what made me not a fan anymore, because I'm like, you to me, you don't even like money that much.
No.
If you do that many crimes, you don't like money that much, because it's going to be taken from you.
The quick buck.
Right, that it's gonna be taken from you, and where is it? I have it here in my notes here. When his plea deal, he willingly forfeited $26,191,306.28.
Okay, that's what I was like. What is?
I had to write that exact number down. I was saying that's what he paid in restitution. Like, all right, if I agreed it, so they were probably like, look, you're gonna do fucking 38 years for this, and he was like, and whatever. As they got down to, all right, 17 for this, 10 years for this. They got, I guess they worked out is 6 years. Fed time. 26.1 million. Now my brain went into two places here. I'm like, damn.
How much money do you have?
If you're willing to forfeit 24 million. 26 million. Like, I'm like, damn, Billy better have at least 50. I was like, wait, what's going on? And then, but that's when I didn't go down too much of a wormhole, because I was like, oh, this motherfucker, he don't care about owing the government. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if he has to pay, if he paid it then, or how that deal worked out, because that's just a number that Hulu threw at us. But I'm like, well, I wonder if he was trading in properties. Like, is there a scam behind that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because from the beginning with Magnesis, what I was going to go into before that, again, during the press conference or the press run for the Fyre Festival and Fyre app, which I still think is genius, but we'll get into that. As far as the app is concerned.
Right.
We did see that he was going out in those conferences and saying we have Magnesis has 100,000 customers, and then some places like we have over 10,000 clients,
and then his employees said 4,000 to 5,000.
Right, you see 4,000 to 5,000. Where my brain is like, damn, even if you got 1,000 people, you got a millennial country club. Genius. Right. But then you see
all the stuff that you had right at your finger. It was right there.
But then you see fucked off, like the space that they were renting as like their
Trashed
clubhouse.
it.
They trashed it, and I'm like, why didn't you get another one? So to me, it's just like he's
like,
blowing
why
money, and
would
he's
you
just a
trash it?
fucking.
Like, why-
that's what makes him like. I'm like, this is a whole nother story if he does this right. Like, if he wants to be something.
He could have been.
He's it. He has it, and I don't know if I gotta talk to
people
Billy
McFarland. People were going to court for him and speaking for him and saying like he's.
Now that is like, you can pull that together.
But like he's got that. If he was doing something positive with that, he could be like.
But I gotta say, those people that I think write the letter to the judge, that's like cousins, uncle. Like I feel like those people aren't like supporters or believers.
But you don't know. You know, they said a lot of people, but
that is
but you also have to think like they're not saying anything of substance. Like they were saying like he's charismatic and motivating,
but it is still a vouch. Like it is still someone.
So if he was doing something positive and then he had all of that,
you got to put your name, address, like that.
Right,
I guess if you're gonna ever get a cosign, that's the most official one. So yeah, that is a good point. But if before we continue further in Magnesis, and why I like to point these things out. And I did it with like the scammer interview, and that's why at first I'm like, I don't know, I wasn't there, so I gotta give because I saw the genius in it, but like in the Netflix and like the first half when you hit the party and putting it together, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fucking. Why wouldn't you want your own? I'm all for independence. I'm all for like.
I guess people don't know, like, they're the reason that you have to put, like, hashtag ad, hashtag promote.
That
now
marketing
because
scheme
of the marketing
influencers, like, yo,
scam.
You just finessed it. Yeah, I see, when I use finesse, I'm like, finesse,
scam.
like smoothness. No,
yeah,
I mean.
But
their finesse is like the
scam.
New Age way you use finesse and like scam, like a sham, like a fat. What is Ja? I gotta find Ja Rule's tweet where he's like hoodwinked, bamboozled.
Right,
but
sure.
I like to point this out because
I feel like he's just like toying with us because he had a fucking deal with that guy and was like, look, if you go down,
Ja Rule?
They probably embezzled so much more money than that. If he has that much money allegedly, that he was willing.
Jesus Christ, do we have a drop for allegedly? That word embezzle is tricky.
if he willingly, I'm gonna have to research it after this, but like I pulled it up on my phone so I remember. If he willingly gave over $26 million,
that's why I say I don't know exactly
how.
Isn't
being touched right now. They did something. They agreed to something, and if he's willing to turn that much money over, like he's got a lot of money, and Ja Rule's just
Ja Rule says here, I too was hustled, scammed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray.
But that's what I mean. He's like making a fucking joke of it.
No, I think it's funny because I'm like, okay, good one, Ja. But,
he's making a joke of it because he's like, you fuckers can't touch me.
Right. We're going to get back to Ja, but I want to point this out because just when you say, like, just when you think, like, oh, lock them up, everyone should be locked up, I always, again, the gray area investigator, I'm like, well, we got to really think of, like, if they just abide by the law, what's the difference between them and the CEOs that got big-ass payouts during the recession, you know what I'm saying? So, Investopedia here is going to help me out. 5 CEOs with the biggest payouts during global financial crisis. We'll start Lloyd Blankfield from Goldman Sachs. His October 2007 Goldman's stock sat pretty high. I always do that shit. I always find the worst sentence of Goldman Sachs stock sat pretty high at $250 per share, but bottomed nearly $60 per share in 2008. That's obviously fucking terrible. CEO Lloyd Blankfield, who recently announced his retirement from Goldman, will be succeeded by David Solomon. As for Blankfield's salary during the crisis, it did suffer, dropping to a little over $1 million, 1.1 to be exact. But that's still a healthy salary and a far cry from the estimated $70 million he received in 2007. Like, that's my whole point. And here another one, Joseph Casano. What did he get? Mr. Casano earned an estimated $34 million in bonuses in 2008. Like, the guy from the CEO of Citigroup, what did he get? Late 2007, received $10.4 million in bonuses. Mr. Pandit had earlier received an estimated $165 million when Citi bought a company he was involved in. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, I don't let this Netflix shit fool me. I'm like, nah, if you really open up the fucking newspaper, this shit happens every day.
That's crazy.
What happened with Billy?
It makes sense to me, but I had no idea. Like, I just don't follow.
It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it right, but
I know how greedy corporations are. But
right, I'm like, you know what
wow.
banks is doing with overdraft fees, and they don't care.
No, they don't care.
Fuck.
No, because we're still giving them our money.
And again, I don't necessarily look at the
That's crazy.
millennials. The list actually goes on, but I'll stop there. The link will be in the show notes. You know how we roll. I forgot what I was just going to say. Oh, yeah. I don't look at it like, oh, good for those millennials. Like, I see that in both. Like, it's kind of funny when you think, oh, you're going to pay $250,000, $250,000 for you and your friends to go to some party outdoor. I don't look at it like, ha. I look at it like, they got the money. If I don't have $250,000 to throw at fucking Fyre Festival, I can't laugh at them.
Right.
I'd be like, because whatever I get shammed on means whatever to me.
But
you know what I'm saying? So
you also have to think, like, even though everyone's like, ho, 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 like, anybody could have got if you had the money, because back then you weren't. That's why the ads and the promotion thing has to be said now, because people will literally follow a star and think like, oh my God, they're going, so it's a real thing. I want to go there and meet them. Like, if you had that kind of money, you would have been there too.
And Dave Chappelle, I played it in the beginning of the clip. And for those of you who are still riding along with us here at the podcast and really didn't see, but you're just listening, let me just play this really fast.
Like they political scientists, and then they just bitch. I'm like, for real, why?
I'll play it from the beginning.
Yeah, man, they would. But I'm like, for real, why you care so much what the Dixie chicks say? It's not like they political scientists, and then they just bitches that can sing good. You know what I mean? Stop worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't listen, pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. So we got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death.
Like, and I thought that was perfectly appropriate.
I didn't know that was the whole clip.
That's
hilarious.
I thought that was perfectly appropriate because that's what got everyone here. That celebrity. Like, the internet is like, wait, Kylie Jenner's doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, should I be doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we gotta catch up.
Yeah,
like,
we gotta work hard. We gotta work hard. We gotta work hard and get that shit. They get that shit for free.
Right.
That's a scam too.
Well, no, Kylie Jenner got 250 bands.
People still send her shit for free.
Oh, right, true. That's the game. And
people send celebrities shit for free.
Every day.
It's a scam. It's all a scam. It's to get you to fucking buy it. Of course they're wearing it. It's free for them. That's why they're killing in the money department, because they don't have to spend it.
That's the whole game. And they're no, dead ass though. They're
frustrating. It's frustrating.
For the people, again, like I was saying, who didn't see, their whole marketing scheme was to just have celebrity influencers and people with big followings on Instagram say like, well, at first it was like the allure of it. They just posted orange, and they had it was a whole strategy from the color. Like if you're scrolling 100 miles an hour like we scroll, like, wait, what was that orange shit? And you go back and you're like, what is this?
Yeah, and then you see a bunch of them.
Right, and then you're like, you see them everywhere. That it was all planned. It was all like, all right, this is Fyre Festival's marketing strategy.
They targeted kids with money.
So they pay Kylie Jenner, they pay people with the big followings, because people care about celebrity. Because you'll do whatever a celebrity tells you to do.
Yep.
So they're going. Now this is where I want to pause. From there, I want to again what makes him an idiot to me, Billy McFarland, and I'll say his real name because I'm being dead ass, is that he was promising shit people he didn't have. Like, that's when I'm like, yeah, nah, that's a foul.
And that's one of their employees was saying he was doing that before. Like, when he would get in hot water, he would just be like, it's fine, we got it covered. And then he would just sell people shit that didn't exist. And then he would, but he was able to cover his tracks.
A millennial pyramid scheme.
Right, exactly. A scam pyramid scheme, basically. So, like, buy this to pay for this.
Right. What is it? Pay...
Peter
borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Damn, something from the Bible finally clicked. It's only because we talked about it.
Is that the Bible?
I think so. I believe so.
I don't know.
But,
I thought it was 2 kids on the street.
No, that's funny. So, with him promising people shit he didn't have, is like,
that's
nope,
dishonest.
that's where you fucked up.
Nah.
Like, I get paying Kylie Jenner saying, hey, good music may be there. That's where I'm like, yo, if you had to call Young, all right, no, I don't know, I almost violated. Yeah, but like, if you had to get Soulja Boy at that party, this is like just prior to this whole new Soulja Boy
thing
Randy's going on. That shit would have went up.
So when he didn't exist,
one dance to get everybody going, that shit would have went up because of the whole point of it. That's where you got to be smart and you got to be innovative. Because millennials don't want to tell you they had a shit time unless they're crying. Like, you know, these people. Exactly. Because if you look at the hashtags, like
they're on the beach.
At the time, the dated, they looked like they had a good. They was like, oh yeah,
they had a good time. Yeah, this is cool.
Granted, there was YouTubers like, I don't know what's going on. It looks like we're at a concentration camp. Right. I added that, but it did though when you were pulling up. But like, I would have been like, I'm not staying in it. What is that tent?
Right.
That's not because I wouldn't have went there for that tent. So I was like, yeah, nah.
No.
So like. There was people that are like, oh no, this is ridiculous. But if they had got off the bus and the other motherfuckers was already there, like, yo, we only got hot dogs in these little water pods, but yo, it's lit. Like, as far as people back home are concerned, this shit is everything you thought it was gonna be. And the trip was free for them. Right. So that's where I feel like you could have called anybody to make it happen. Like, you did all this, renting fucking private planes.
Local people.
Something. Yeah, there you go.
And then free booze. Throw us a party.
$2 million. It's lit. No? Everybody's going to be like, yo, we came back like, yo, we dirty as hell. We sleep on the floor for 2 days. It was kind of nasty.
Drunk.
Shit was lit.
Right.
It's like, it's the internet and you got that.
And rich people don't care what they get for money. Not rich millennials. Not kids that are going to go to that. They'll pay $250,000 and not give a shit.
Like, you sleep in the dirt. Like, that's the whole point. It was about the party. It was about that experience. Like, we on an island. What the fuck you expect?
They legit just didn't give a shit about, like, I don't know.
And I know that's like what coulda, woulda, shoulda been again. But that's me. Like, no, you can fix this. Like, you got it.
Every other music fest, like the big ones, are all a shit show, literally.
Sure.
And like people still talk about them like they're the most amazing thing.
But see, to me, it's like, wait, you traveled to Colorado to sleep in the dirt? That's crazy. You're out of control.
Yeah.
I personally, I get the same experience at the Barclays in the stands. I go home after. I'm like, yo, that shit was amazing. Like, we probably get the same fulfillment out of that. Right. So again, hey, it's your business.
But
I don't have 250 bands.
It's civilized. Like, I need civilized. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Even a concert, I'm like, okay, it's time to go now.
Right? It's your preference.
Like, I
kind of am like, yo, we could actually skip the last song if you want to beat traffic.
And I'm like, you know, yes, I do. I want to beat the foot traffic, not even the warning
of a game. I'm like, we could just go down.
Yeah.
So we're a little different.
With it.
But so,
we're antisocial.
I want to go back to a little. No, I'm just
I'm antisocial because I don't want
people clutter. Crowd, but
antisocial.
I guess so. I guess
I don't like crowds.
I guess that.
But I'm not antisocial.
Yeah, because I like it on my terms, but that's not.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Right, I guess that doesn't.
I like people sometimes.
I'm rolling. You're right. Antisocial. Yep.
But like, I don't want to fuck with you all the time.
My definition in my head of antisocial was a little different, but I'm rolling.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you're not social ever. Sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm rolling.
I know all about it. I can tell you about it if you want to know.
But that's what I want to, and we'll jump back to Magnesis, because again, when you think he got it, oh my, this is amazing.
He had it, yeah. He let it go.
They went into it with different intentions. And this is where I want to jump. Well, I guess we'll cross-reference, because it is Magnesis also, but this is where I want to talk about the curious case of Ja Rule in this. Like, this is where I'm like, because at first, and again, I'll pull up his tweets. When they showed that Drink Champ shit, I was like, oh, wow. I was like, I remember listening to Drink Champs and hearing him like, yeah, this was my idea. And again, at the time,
you didn't know what the fuck was going on.
But I don't think about, I didn't know all the
details.
Shady tactics that were going on. You know, I didn't know like he was like
you
fucking up an economy.
Something
like,
fucked up. And
as far as I'm concerned, a party just turned out like shit. I didn't know there was like motherfuckers was being promised shit like and you know I knew tickets were expensive, but like I figure if you spent the money on a ticket anyway, if you had the $250,000 to spend on a fucking concert in the Bahamas, and you went and it was just a shit show, but you went and it just turned out like shit.
Right.
Like I don't necessarily feel like that person got scammed. Right. Now, it was shit not what they said it was going to be. Was it wrong? Absolutely, but like. It was like people just vacations get fucked up all the time. Right. So that's why I'm look, shit happens, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I was concerned, and he still
could have made it good.
Exactly. Like, look, shit, as far as I was concerned, like, yo, you went and shit just got fucked up. It was a storm. Shit was fucked up.
Right. But I didn't even know about it. Right.
So now seeing all the money, all the shit that was involved, and I'm like, damn, with Ja Rule. I get taking the credit, and that's why rappers annoy me sometimes, because you believe shit, and you hear him on Drink Champs fucking a year and a half ago, and you're like, wow, I'm like, wow, you know, that is innovative. That's good that he's in it. I went on this whole, like, good for Ja Rule. He's in tech now. His career is, and like, you see this shit's happening, and I'm like, damn, bro, like what? I'm not saying he's wrong, but like, I don't feel like I don't blame the rapper shit. Like, it's a weird. I guess
he just seems very arrogant about it. You know what I mean? Like, he just seems very arrogant about it. And he kept my brother. Right, my partner in crime here. Like, when I see shit like that, I'm like, see, I don't know if you're playing or not, but yeah, like that seems a little fishy.
How Ja Rule tweeted, Hulu paid Billy. That money should have went to the Bahamian people. Is that Bahamian or Bahamian? Bahamas?
I don't know.
Bahamian
but
people.
I just want to say that I did call this before we saw anybody say anything about.
Valid. True. Netflix. Yeah, but because I didn't think about like you got to sign off on this. So I got to give you that. Hulu paid Billy. That money should have went to the Bahamian people. Netflix paid Jerry, the same guys as the promo for the festival. That face, palm face, right? Then he goes off. When is this?
But like, bro.
Yeah. See. I don't know with Ja Rule. It's an interesting.
He's very arrogant about it. Like, he seems like he's like, fuck it. What are you gonna do to me?
Yeah. See,
but then he's like kind of trying to play like, see.
Yeah. And
I told you it was him,
Netflix,
but then he's like,
and the Netflix. Episode thing, right? Yeah, whatever that was. See, this is what happens when I don't drink wine. This was because I'm drinking water.
That makes sense.
Where's Jesus? But in the Netflix documentary, I saluted Ja Rule for trying to like pull it together when the festival was all fucked up. I saluted him for when they were having the conference between all the people. Like, yo, don't worry, we can bounce back from this shit. It's all good.
Right.
I was like, yo, that's what he's supposed to be saying. And then I see everyone else's reaction, like they're like, it's over, bro. Like, do you know what just happened? So now that it's just a weird thing because Ja Rule shit is Ja Rule. He was with the Fyre, an actual app of booking talent through an app like Uber of show bookings. So Ja Rule was originally with that. Ja Rule is still going with it with Icon. Now, I never see that. You don't hear people using this shit. Maybe I should probably look more into it.
We're not looking to hire anybody famous.
No, but you would.
And we don't know.
I guess there's that people, the millennials book shows and shit. So I guess there's that. But I just don't. I don't know. I feel like why don't we hear more about this? Like
probably because more people don't use it.
I don't. Maybe because these like you can book Cardi, Funk Flex, Game, Fat Joe, the Migos, Swiss Beats. You can go right to icon.me and do what you do. Right? So I look at Ja Rule.
Is that the only artist on there, or can you just try to get in touch with anybody? Because if those are the only artists, then yeah, nobody fucking uses this shit.
No, but no, these guys do plenty of shows.
I know that, but I'm saying like 6 artists out of how many fucking artists?
No, but my point is, you can still get these artists.
But like do you think they're not like they're not wanting to like get on the program because they think that he's a scam artist.
No, that's why I say it's the curious case of Ja Rule. Now I'm like, I know this shit got to be working. If it was,
it's a great
when
idea.
I see Cardi here. I feel like to book Cardi. So you go to it, you go to the date, event host type, perform a few hit songs, put in a description, venue location. Are you feeding them? Is there hotels? How you paying? 50 up front, 50 now. 100% now. What are we doing? Here's the bid. Check availability. So when I see that, I'm like, well, it's obviously possible. Like this email isn't going to nowhere, and the icon's not going to take fucking $30,000 from me, and nothing comes of it.
Right.
This shit would have been down long ago. It doesn't. If you could book fucking Ice JJ Fish on this shit, I would be like, well, that's weird, but that's crazy. You could do that. No, seriously.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
I'm just curious to know, like, his angle of it. Like, if it was your idea, because he was on Drink Champs, like, yeah, I thought of the whole shit. It happened how it happened. Like, why aren't you trying to make this happen again? And I guess it's because of that, though. Like, if you look at it and you see, like, I don't know. You know, like, who the fuck's gonna risk how many people are gonna risk $10,000 again? But that's where I'm like, well, shit. If you got the Migos, Fat Joe, Swiss Beats, Cardi, Game, and Flex the DJ the whole set at a festival for 2 days, like, that sounds like that could go up.
Absolutely.
Like, that could that's if you got 6, and these are. This is a show, right?
Absolutely.
So if you just got these, but if you had the Migos and. I can't even tell you, like, fucking Trippie Redd, I don't know.
You could use this to make your fucking festival.
Like, you still got it. So that's where, again, I'm saying all that to say, like, so, like, was it a scam? Or what? Or are you trying to do the right thing? Like, because this could still go. Like, this could still. Right. So, I don't know. So, I guess the jury's, because the jury's out on Ja Rule. And I get
maybe he's just like, all right, well, that's not for me. I'm just going to stick to what I know.
It could have been Podcast Facts where he said he was behind the whole thing. Like, I get people are the face. That's the whole point of it, the celebrity.
Yeah.
And you don't want to back off of it. Like, I guess if you're like, oh, you say for 2 years this is my idea, and then someone asks you, what are you going to say? Like, oh no, actually, I was just the face of it. I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. You know, it's like it puts, I guess, him in a weird situation. Again, this is all speculation for me, but I mean, other than the shit that actually happened.
Opinions, yeah.
But I don't know. It's just
if
you can have it, make it happen, because it's a genius idea. But
right.
Because I know Billy Trump isn't done. When Billy Trump gets out,
he's not allowed to be a CEO of anything. Like, he can't.
Now but think about the VIP. While he was out on bail, and I said, yo, he's a wild boy.
Yeah.
Like, out on
bail.
I was like, I'm nervous now for you. You out on bail. Starting another scam of VIP access. Like, yo, we got Coachella tickets, we got Beyonce,
same email
we got
list from Fyre Festival. That's what's fucked up.
And they were saying he just sold the email list. Come to find out, he's behind the whole shit. He was writing up the script, like, so say this, do this.
He had someone working for him, so that you didn't know it was him.
Right.
So he's absolutely insane. He's a psychopath. And
that's why he's not done. So, like, maybe he was behind the whole thing in Ja Rule.
He has something going to jail.
He's running in jail right now. He's learning the most shit.
No, but he's teaching a class.
Business marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, music business marketing or some shit like that. In jail, like, to even hear he's teaching a class in jail is like, who let him have that responsibility? He talked his way into that. Like, there you go. And, like, God damn. That's why I say. So when he gets out, you think it's going to be the end of it? No, this shit's going to be going on. That's why I called him Billy Trump.
He's back.
He's coming back. I want to find this dude.
He was just on your screen.
I know, but I want to find it. I want to get his name. Where is he? You just shake your head at me?
No, I was just like making the face that I feel like his name's gonna be like something.
No, his name's gonna be like Seth or some shit.
Yeah, you're right.
No, wasn't it like Dylan? Where is this dude?
I don't know.
Anyway,
it's pointless to ask me. Like, I forgot what he looked like until you showed me. Like,
Billy McFarland. Billy Trump was typing and talking at the same time. It's not going to happen. So let me just click that. Billy McFarland was in a jam with Customs. And by the way, I just quick sidebar, 45% on duties for they imported $2 million worth of liquor and had to pay $900,000 in taxes. Yeah. That shit is outrageous. Yeah, it's 45%. Like I was like, oh, the Bahamas was the Bahamas is out. The Bahamas is out of line. 45%. The Bahamas is really like I was like, God damn, that's a lot. So and that's what I'm like. That's crazy. There should have been better planning on their part, and they should. I don't know. Something.
They missed a lot of opportunities to plan. Like a lot. They had no budget, which we talked about in the last episode. Like no fucking budget. If you don't have a budget, that means you don't know what you're looking into for, like end costs, what everything's going to cost, and what you need to bring in order to make a profit. Like you don't have a business plan, you're a fucking businessman.
That doesn't make I don't think he's a businessman. Sense. Like that's why I can't give him that. Like I look at these things and I'm like, no, that's what makes you a scam artist to me. Like that's what makes you like, oh yeah,
because you didn't like, plan. You didn't plan at all.
No, you didn't.
Just like it'll happen.
The plan was the plan. Like I feel like he executed his plan. If that makes that's why I'm.
I know.
If that makes sense.
But it's still just hard for me to like even take in because I can't believe somebody would do that to people.
Believe
you know
that
what I mean?
Shit. Because he did it.
It's crazy to me like what you could have on your hands and people are just like they're lazy.
Fucked up. Well, I was trying to get his name, but this gentleman
Andrew is it Andrew? I feel like it's
no. They were stuck. The water or whatever it was stuck on the other side of Customs, and they were like, "Yo, if we don't have this is going to be even worse than it already is. It was already a shit show." So, Billy Trump again, asked this dude's name, who we're about to get. Like, look, man, you're our gay constituent.
Andy King.
Andy King?
It's kind of Andrew.
What?
I said Andrew.
Did you say Andrew?
I said Andrew. You're like, no, not Andrew.
Okay, you're right. I gave you that.
I mean, it's not Andrew, but bad. Is it?
His event producer, I guess.
Yeah.
Andy King. He was like, yo, you're our guy, you're gay. I need you to go down there and suck dick to get this water through.
He said, what did he say? You're our trophy gay guy, or you're our fearless gay, whatever he said.
He tried to hype it up.
Right.
I need you to go down there and suck dick to get this done. Now, that's where I'm just like, no, I guess that's Andy King saying, and I went down there totally prepared to do this.
Right.
I was just like,
he was gonna do it.
I was like, wait.
At Customs.
No, but like it's two things for me. Like one, that's what made Billy.
Way more than two things.
But to me, like two layups is like.
Right.
One, he was good. He was willing to do it. Like I'm like, well, pause. But like that's the dude you want. I said it. I was like, that's the dude I guess you want on your team because that's one of the craziest things I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Yeah.
Now, two, the fact that he asked him is like. And I said, if you asked a girl, like I would have been in
jail.
Yeah, you would have been in jail. But no, that's the thing. I guess that's why I gotta pause myself. I can't even give the situation. I'll give my exact thought process.
Okay.
He worked with how many women?
Yeah.
He didn't add. Now that I'm thinking about it, like maybe the Customs dude was gay.
I don't know.
He said he was a very nice guy. He laughed and said like. So he didn't go into it, but I just assumed he was straight. Actually,
me too.
I did assume that. Like now that I think this through, I guess it doesn't make it as crazy. Because I was thinking, I'm like, if so many women were around, what made him say to the gay guy, like, yo, I need the gay guy to suck it?
Maybe he thought he could get away with asking him though too. Is what I was thinking. Because if you ask a woman, then you're gonna get in trouble.
That's what made it extra fucking nuts to me. Like that's what made it like I don't get it. He was telling the story
and like nobody was like, oh my god, are you okay?
Now that's what made me like. I guess I get now that I got to do some. I don't know how I would find that out, but
like,
maybe
on his side of it, I didn't think it was as fucked up. But from like the. Like I was looking.
If he said, I was appalled,
right,
I would have been like, then I got to classify it as like, all right, that was fucked up. He wasn't offended. I can't be offended for him. Like, I was
but it is fucked up that
there,
you could
I guess
say
Billy,
that to a guy,
but then
you
again, maybe
say
Billy
that to
knew
a girl.
who he could ask. Like, maybe Billy knew. I just thought the whole, like...
It was all...
I was like, wait...
There's a lot of missing information.
Yeah, it was just... No, but the whole situation of, like, wait, why'd you ask him, though?
Right. Yeah, true.
What the fuck am I missing? Like, what...
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess maybe I'm missing a piece of information, but that, to me, that's what set, like, Billy apart. Like, I'm like, oh, this mother, he's just no holds barred. Like, he's just no, like...
Zero. Zero. He doesn't care. He does not care. He just wants to skate by the skin on his teeth until he's out of the other side. Like, that's it.
If you do cocaine, I want to be... Because to me, I just... It's crazy. If you do cocaine, right, and you go to work and you pay for cocaine... Or if you drink,
okay,
you go to work and you pay for bottles. If you smoke a little burro, smoke a little weed, and you pay for. I mean, you go to work and you pay for weed. Fine. If you suck dick for anything, that is next level to me. I'm not even joking. That's next level. Guy, girl, whoever. You ain't identifying. If you're doing
that's like the lowest of the low thing that you could do.
If you're a stripper,
right,
and you're dancing for money, I get it. You get the money,
right?
You get it,
right.
If you no longer want to use currency for what you need and you're willing to suck dick, that's I'm telling you, I don't believe anybody is a junkie until you.
Or like to do that for money, like it's just weird.
No, listen, maybe it's hypocritical in my head, but like if you're gonna suck dick for money, I guess do you. But if you're like, that's what I mean. If you're sucking dick for weed,
right?
You shouldn't smoke weed anymore. If you're sucking a dick, to keep your lights on. You don't need your lights.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mean it, and that's why I guess I use like drugs and all this other shit as a bad. Like that's crazy to me.
Right.
Like if you're having sex, and I keep saying sucking dick because that's what happened. But seriously, if you're having sex for like weed,
you shouldn't.
That's so crazy to me. Like, oh, you don't even want the money. Like, you don't even like.
This is the next best thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing this.
That's all I got. That's all I can do.
And that's my personal opinion.
I give you a massage, but it's not.
And I tell you, I don't have any limits, but I'm like, sexual acts for like to be the middleman. When you take currency out of the equation, is like, huh? Like, that's all you got in this world. Like, that's like.
Yeah, it's like,
if it was hand jobs, hand jobs might be worse because I'm like, you don't even want to go further. I'm telling you, like sexual acts for, like to get
bartering
and that's where I say all that to say like, because you wanted the water through customs, like.
But you was willing to put been prepared for
all the shit you did.
You should have been prepared for something like a lot. It's just a lot.
And we've been talking about sucking dick for a while, so we're gonna pause here for 1 second.
You are so.
Do you ever see this? I kept saying because it's crazy. Did you ever see these water pods? For those of you listening, shout out to our listenership. It's these little AirPods, and I thought about this during the documentary. I keep calling them. I don't even know why I call them AirPods. Little pockets of water.
Oh, I thought you said what? I don't know. Maybe I just knew what you were supposed to say. That looks super.
It looks dangerous, right?
Yes.
It looks like.
But what is in that?
Well, it shows you. It's like not bottled. Yeah, I don't even know what to call it. That's why I call it little pods and totally edible.
Just peel the skin.
Pop it in your mouth. That's going to be the new way of drinking water. And I'm sorry, listeners. You just gotta... I don't know. You gotta Google it. It's gonna be in the show notes if you're listening. Whatever you're listening on, I'll put it there because you gotta just see this shit. I don't even know how to describe it. So, I thought about these things during this, right? And I was like, damn. All this shit they were doing, and that's what fucking annoys me about Billy Trump. All these jet skis, and you want a pirate ship, and I'm like, nobody was even thinking. I'm telling you, if you had fucking hot dogs and oatmeal cream pies and fucking Oreos, and Oreos and fucking all the Dominoes that the Bahamas has to offer, you could have made this. You could have made this something. And Ja Rule, I feel like, could make it the Icon Festival and still make this something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess I'll just leave it there before I start feeding the fed horse. Water pods. But I do want to leave off with fuck Jerry, who was responsible for hashtag what?
PETA.
Right. See, I hold it down. Enjoy the game. Fuck Jerry, who was responsible for their marketing campaign. For the Fyre Festival's marketing campaign. I thought it was honorable that they put the GoFundMe.
They're the ones that did the GoFundMe?
I don't know if they did it, and I'll look at for Maryann Rolle, one of the women who invested, who had to put up $50,000 of her savings.
I thought she did it herself.
I'm gonna get that in 1 second. Okay. But I was saying they put in their Instagram bio. They have 14 million followers. So
wow.
To see it.
Okay, that's good.
To see it in the link. And the link to the show notes, I respect that. And it says, it has been an unforgettable experience catering to the organizers of the Fyre Festival. Back in April 2007, I pushed myself.
17.
Yeah, I guess this is from Elvis and Maryann Rolle. In April 2017, I pushed myself to the limit, catering no less than 1,000 meals per day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner were all prepared and delivered by Eczema Point of Cocoa Plum Beach and Brokers Point, where the main events were scheduled to take place. Organizers would also visit my Eczema Point location to enjoy the prepared meals. Fyre Fest organizers, what?
Is she the one that made the cheese sandwich?
Yo, you gotta chill. You gotta fucking relax. You gotta fucking relax. You gotta fucking relax. Oh my god. You gotta donate to the GoFundMe program. That joke just cost you $10. That's unbelievable. And for I gotta pull it up
maybe.
on YouTube. Nah, I gotta. You gotta fucking relax. I gotta pull it up on.
I think.
Listen, they was probably at the end of the $50,000 budget. Like, yo, bro.
Listen. Sorry.
Nah, I'll let you get that off.
Just popped into my brain that
as I make
she was catering.
That's I gotta give you that, but you gotta fucking relax. Like, it's always gotta be somebody in the crew to take it too fucking far. And it's only two of us. I hate that it had to be you.
It's always me.
Damn.
It's fine.
You cold motherfucker.
You're just pussy. So.
I'm pussy. I'm pussy.
So crazy right now. You have no idea.
As I make this plea, it's hard to believe and embarrassing to admit that I was not paid. I was left in a big hole. My life was changed forever, and my credit was ruined by Fyre Fest. My only resource today is to appeal for help. There is an old saying, bad publicity is better than no publicity, and I pray that whoever reads this plea is able to assist. Her goal, and this is by Maryann Rolle, her goal in 9 days, it said she had a $122,000 goal. In the Netflix documentary, she did say she went through $50,000, but I guess this is for the whole, like,
right.
their economy to get it back going. Respectfully, obviously.
To pay
I know
the
it
workers.
doesn't. I know it's more than $100,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's to replace
right.
what was lost. I guess
right.
That's how they got to $123,000, that number, and they have raised over $182,000. So that is good, and I wanted to leave on that note. Like, at least they're putting a lot of money back into
cheese sandwiches.
And I don't know if you've ever been there. Nope, I'm not even going down this road. I'm holding that one actually. I'm not joining this bandwagon.
I do think they deserve money, but I just, like, if they were catering, like, I hope the money helps you and your catering business.
That definitely $180,000. If you're asking for $123,000, I'm sure that was a comfortable number for everybody to raise. $182,000. GoFundMe again, service purpose, and 6,574 people.
They definitely were fucked over. They were definitely fucked over.
Yeah, sure.
It was 100%. He fucked everybody over that he got in here, and then tried to have people fucking other people.
No, that's a fact. But,
because it was fuck shit.
Yeah. See, look, if you got to-go cups of...
You gotta cover fuck-ups with fucks.
I don't know.
It's bad.
But I think that's it. You listen. That joke cost you $10 this latest GoFundMe. Goddamn it!
Nah, that
on
joke
behalf
is
of the
too
podcast.
good. That joke is too good.
Shit. Yeah, get out of some of the 26 million that Billy gave. Where the fuck did now? Where does the 26 million? Where does that go? That Billy.
Like, how much
it's coming
money
from the
does
next
he have?
scam. It's coming from some millennial
true.
10 years down. It's gonna the YouTube kid that opens up gifts, little Ryan or whatever his name is. You gotta stay away from Billy. If somebody calls you with a truckload of toys, kid, don't take it, because Billy will be on the loose in 2023.
True. He's already on the loose. He's making waves.
But all right, beautiful people. We leave anything off the docket? Took care of everything?
We got it all.
Score. Lens, good having you.
Nice being here.
The real Mrs. McCrimmon, myself, King Bo Christ. Shout out to the listeners. Shout out to everybody carpooling. Because
we need less cars on the road.
Nah, I don't even know. I just want to shout out the carpoolers. I don't know when people listen to this, but...
Oh yeah. Maybe you should comment when you listen to it so you can sleep at night, because apparently
it keeps me up. I'm like, what if someone listens to this in the morning? Like, I'm like, what if they listen to this at 7 a.m.?
What if we're not awake
on my 11 p.m. vibe?
Or
on my 11:17 vibe.
I don't think it matters, because I listen to it while I'm at work.
True.
And I'm laughing as I'm walking, and I know people are like, because they see I only wear one AirPod, obviously. And
if they only knew, they think you're crazy now, but if they only knew you were laughing at the same joke you laughed to
that
2 days prior, that you told 2 days prior, at the same time, like you're laughing when you're laughing, you laugh before you started laughing because you know it's coming, then they really think you were nuts. I love you all. Have a day you deserve. Ciao for now.
Subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. Do what you do, baby. This podcast is adjourned.